Well, Chief Momodu, the president over the weekend spoke about how he appointed the current Minister of Communications and Digital Economy. That's Bosun Tijani, saying in spite of the fact that he had spoken against him and the government, he appointed him. That was the president's example of how he even embraces dissenting voices. We can talk about Daniel Bwala now, who is now the presidential spokesperson. So from the president's perspective, he was trying to tell Nigerians that, well, I actually don't intimidate. I draw them closer. So do you have maybe specific examples that people can point to and say, well, this is how we intimidated maybe an Atiku Abubakar or a Peter Obi or someone in that stature of some sort?
You see, those people you mentioned are of no electoral value to President Tinubu. Okay, and I don't want to mention specific names. Leaders often like it when someone who has abused them before comes back crawling back to them. You know, we all have our individual ways of doing things. There is no way I would have abused Bola Tinubu the way some people abused him, and he will invite me to his government. I will thank him and say, thank you, sir. I'll find some other people. It's good that we're no longer fighting, but I'm not going to walk in you. Because now I'll be forced to say the exact opposite of the things I used to say about him. It doesn't make sense to me. But some people don't mind. They will find a way to justify it. That, oh yeah, and then, you know, so maybe they are born again, they have now seen the light, but I'm not one of them. I have nothing personal against him. Anybody knows that tomorrow, if anybody tries to oppress or harass him and members of his family, I will be up in arms against such people. Because democracy must be constant. It must not be something that, let me tell you, all this we appointed that. Okay, so what did Fubara do in Rivers that they could not forgive? Was there a breakdown of law and order in Rivers? So you will see that Rivers for them is very strategic in terms of votes and in terms of resources. If you look from the time of Dr. Peter Dele, Rivers had always funded most of our presidential elections. And on this side, I know what I'm talking about. Odili was part of those who funded the Yaradua campaign. Amechi funded Buhari's campaign. Regardless of what anybody can tell you, the bulk of that funding came from the direction of Rivers State. And then a week or two, everybody knows that in Nigeria today, he doesn't hide it, that he is stupendously wealthy, probably wealthy more than Tinubu, I don't know. But I'm happy about something that the president said last night. It's very instructive to me. And I'm so happy that Wike sat down there. Because Wike used to believe like he does not fear anybody, does not respect anybody. At least now I know he has a boss in Bola Tinubu, and the person protecting him is Bola Tinubu. Tinubu told him yesterday that if I see that you are moving more towards your own direction, you will lose your job. That for me was victory for democracy in Nigeria.